Hello and welcome to the Blue Plate Special. We are live from the Wisdom Harbor Studios here in beautiful downtown Orange Beach at the wharf. Does Orange Beach have a downtown? I think we do. It's kind of, the beach is really kind of downtown. But we're at the wharf. Beautiful place. And we are glad you are here. If you're just joining, in a few minutes you'll see a notification button fly through there. Click that notification button and click that bell beside it to be notificated when we are on the air. That's the new word, notificated. I'm not sure you're aware, but when I wrote The Noticer, that book, I wanted to name it The Noticer. And the publisher told me, no, you can't name it that. So really, why can't I name it that? They said, because noticer is not a word. I'm like, okay, well, Google wasn't a word a few years ago. So anyway, we ended up naming it Noticer. It's in 40-something countries now, but what we didn't realize is that when you translate something into another language, there is no translation for something that's not a word. So in other countries, the noticer, like in France, I know that the noticer is named the man who sees things. So anyway, hey, if you would, go ahead and click that share button and please share us to your page. This is going to be an unbelievable show today. I have Jimmy Geary waiting in the wings. I want to say hi to Sandy watching from Virginia. Hello to Ellen from Sarnia, Ontario. Is it cold in Ontario right now? It probably is cold in Ontario. It's probably always cold in Ontario. I was there one time, stayed all summer in Ontario. It was one of the greatest 10 days of my life. Martha from Oregon. Hi, Martha. Got a lot of people coming in. A lot of people, I'm sure, want to hear Jimmy. And I want to go ahead and bring Jimmy in. Because Jimmy, hey, Bonnie Nix from Bowling Green. Jimmy Geary is not only just an unbelievable talent, he is an unbelievable worker. You know, and so when you combine that work ethic with a God-given talent and then an intelligence like Jimmy has, you're just going to get some amazing stuff. And so, Jimmy, thank you for being here with us today.
Well, hello.
Hey, buddy, you're up in the chapel, aren't you?
I am. Now, should I be able to see you right now?
I don't know. No, Matt says you should not be able to see me.
Well, if I had known that, I would have hung a picture, but of you. But yeah, I'm here in my chapel. This is where I do the Erie Chapel sessions. Yeah, it's where I have. I'm gonna have tomorrow night. I have to say, Jason Crabb is going to be. You know, he's done one of my shows. He did it up in the sunroom because we had no Wi-Fi, but we got the Wi-Fi strong out here. So Jason Crabb tomorrow night is going to be here at 5:00 with me.
Okay, well, I will just tell everybody right now. Number one, I am mad. And number two, I will share that with everybody on our page. So I'm mad. You know why I'm mad? Because you guys are getting together without me. You and Jason are, I consider you both my little brothers. And you guys are, there's not much more fun than I have than sitting around with Jimmy and Jason. And oh my gosh. I mean, you know, if Jason is coming to see you at your house, will Sonia be there? Will she be around?
Yeah, you know, she was at the last show we did.
Okay. I was just wondering, because I just think it's very funny to me that while Jason's there and Sonia's there, I mean, here you are. You've written so many #1 hits. You're an unbelievable singer, and you will be at least the third best singer on your property at that point.
I know. Let's fix this right here. I know. Thank you for reminding me that. Andy. I appreciate that. Let me fix this. I wasn't. My little camera here is being human. There we go. All right.
You got it?
You know, Jason Crabb and Sonia Isaacs. It's I always try to keep people around me that are better than me. I really do. I've always kind of done that, and I definitely pulled that off.
Yeah,
With
you do. I saw a picture the other day of Blake Sheldon hugging Jason, and I asked Jason, I said, "What was that about?" And he said, "Oh, he always does that to me." Jason has that kind of thing. You listen to him talk, and it's that, "Oh gosh," and
I know it. Yeah.
And then he starts singing, you're like, oh my gosh. Ron Reeves saying hello. What?
He really is that humble, though. A lot of people they'll do that, and that's just Jason. He's just isn't he? You know that he's just a very humble man.
He is, and it just and has been. And what Jason's won 2 Grammys, right? I mean, there was one year. Jason's not only talented, he is smart because he's from Kentucky. So he's a Kentucky Wildcats fan as far as basketball. But he is smart enough to be a University of Alabama fan in football. And one year, this is like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, Kentucky won the national championship in basketball. Alabama won the national championship in football. And Jason won a Grammy. I'm like, would you buy me a lottery ticket or something?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, a Grammy, sometimes I forget that. But yeah, a Grammy, I think that's about the highest you can get. I mean, to get a Grammy. I'm a Grammy award loser. So.
Yeah, but you wrote the song that was the title song on the album that Jason won the second Grammy on.
And you're right. And I was there when he got that. And so, so I've had the title, co-wrote the title with Jason of a Grammy-winning album. So I'm getting close.
When you're really good friends with somebody, it's hard not to just laugh. If you're acquaintances with somebody, you can laugh with them. But if you're really good friends, you feel very comfortable laughing at them. And and that last night, the last Grammy that Jason won, that you had written this, title song, the title of the album, and I was laughing so hard because there were multiple pictures that I saw taken of you that night, and Sonia had lost. It's hard to say she lost. I mean, you're nominated for a Grammy, you're at the Grammy Awards. You didn't win. Okay. The Isaacs did not win. And so, but you're obviously sitting with your wife. And so I'm seeing some pictures of you with Sonia, and you're like, very, very, just very calm and very serious. Right. And then I'm seeing pictures of you across the room with Jason, and you guys hugging and laughing and high-fiving. It's like, I thought, this must be a hard night for Jimmy. So.
Well, it was a hard night for, Sonia doesn't get caught up in all that stuff too much, but I did see the disappointment because I think it's the second or third time they've been nominated for a Grammy. There was a part of her and the Isaacs that really, kind of honestly wanted that. So they're unbelievable.
It's not like they're not worthy of it. They're unbelievable.
Yeah, they really are.
In so many ways, but still, it's my favorite Christmas album of all time, and that's saying something, isn't it?
Yeah. If you don't have the Isaacs Christmas record, get it. It really is that good.
Yeah, that's the best Christmas record I've ever heard in my life. All 10 cuts on that, every single one of them, unbelievable. So, hey, I've got a buddy. There's a buddy up north, Jake, listening, and I'm glad you're here. Hey, I want you to do a song for my buddy, and it's a song you have because, Jake, you're going to love this song. This is a song that really talks about right now. I want you to do you mind the Same Water, Different Boat?
Same Water, Different Boat.
Now, this is the first single on your album that's coming out. And the album is named Left of Center. Left Sinner, Sinner, which also is an incredible song. Maybe I can get you to do that. But for Jake, do Same Water, Different Boat.
Okay. Yeah, this is for Jake. All right, Jake. We all bleed, we all cry, some out loud, some inside. We all get knocked down sometimes. That's true. But we all want, we don't have. We all love and we all give back. Tell me, friend, that don't get it. Say what we. Yeah, we're all just riding on this ride together. Yeah, we're all just kind of learning as we go. Try to find the breaking stormy weather. Just out here trying to keep this thing afloat. Same water, different boat. Same water, different boat. We all got cards, we all got dreams we're gonna have the road. Ain't got a clue what tomorrow holds. Yeah, we're all just riding on this ride together. Yeah, we're all just kind of learning as we go. Try to find a little break in stormy weather. Just out here trying to keep this thing afloat. Same water, different boat. Same water, different boat. Smile, different joke. Same town, different folk. Same high, different smoke. Same water, different boat. Yeah, we're all just riding on this ride. Yeah, we're all just kind of learning as we go. Try to find a way to stay. Trying to keep this thing afloat. Same water, same water, different boat. Same water, different boat. Same water, different boat. Same water, different boat.
Awesome. Man, I love that song.
Thank you, man. I tell you what, it's the idea of that just came simply out of the fact that the political climate, the world climate, the polarization of ideas and concepts and belief systems, and it was just a song that I wrote with Shane Miner and Joey Hyde, and it was just an idea that we all have different stories, but certainly we feel the same things. We've all been happy, we've all been sad, we've all struggled, we all have regrets, and that we're really not that different at all. Same water, we're on this big old rock together, different stories, but we're really after the same things, and that's what that song really says.
It's great. If you guys want to hear that again, and I know you do, go on YouTube. There's a Jimmy's video is on YouTube with that song, and it's very, very cool. Very cool video. And
Andy, I want to also say that I talked to my producer, and we wanted to go ahead today. We are allowing people to go listen to the second song that we are going to release. We're going to push it this week, officially tomorrow. But if you want to go to jimmyeary.com, or you want to go to any of the streaming sites and look up Jimmy Yeary, the song is called "How to Live Mine."
Okay.
So you can go check that out.
Okay, we talked about this, and we both thought this song was not coming out for a few days. But it's coming out today.
Well, yes.
Then you got to play it.
Well, okay. Well, I can.
Don't you think?
Do that. I would certainly. Yeah, I would think.
I think, and let me. Can I just say? I want to tell people something about this song. As you listen to this song, I really believe this song has major potential to be just like an anthem. It should be the country music anthem for America. I mean, there are so many people that should gravitate to the song. And Jimmy, I can just see 20,000 people in an arena. You know, when you get to this chorus, I can just see them all kind of going. Hey, Jason Crabb is with us, and so Jason, I don't know if you've heard this song, dude. You just wait till you hear this song. And Kevin Jimenez down in Panama is listening. You ready?
You might be, but you smoke. I won't forget. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I remember it. I haven't sung in a while. Yeah, but I got to tell you, the song doesn't really say that, you know, some people hear it and might go, hey, it means just do whatever you want to. My point is that I have belief systems I feel very strong about. And I'm not going to tell you what to believe. And I'm not gonna impose that belief on you. And I don't want that done to me as well. And that's really what the song's about.
The world premiere, ladies and gentlemen, the world premiere of the song right here on the Blue Plate Special.
I got my own views, my convictions. I'm smart enough to know we're all different. Too busy these days, holding my own. Worry about who's right and who's wrong. I can't remember the first line.
Don't care how you spend your money.
I don't care how you spend your money. Ain't my business what you sow. I won't judge what God you pray to, what God you don't. If you swing all the way to the left, all the way to the right, who you choose to hold on to, lay down tonight. Slap your bumper sticker on, fly flag if you want. Yeah, that's why I like getting and die. I won't ever tell you how to live your life. Tell me how to live mine. It's not really all that complicated. It just comes down to little love and patience. I stay in my lane, you stay in yours. At the end of the day, we'll do what we do behind the closed doors. Yeah, that's all I'm asking for. Don't care how you spend it. And my business what you sow. I won't judge what God you pray to, but God you don't. If you swing all the way to the left, or all the way to the right, who you choose to hold on to, you live down again. Snap your bumper sticker on, fly flag if you want. Yeah, that's why I like it and die. I won't ever tell you how to live your life. Tell me how to live mine. Yes, it's it's we who we are, each other. I don't care how you make your money. Ain't my business what you smoke. I won't judge what God you pray to, but I'll pray to the one I want. You can swing all the way to the left, all the way to the right. Hold on to the one you love, you let it down tonight. Slap your bumper sticker on, fly flag if you want. Yeah, that's why I like it. I won't ever tell you how to live your life. No, I won't ever tell you how to live your life. Tell me how to live mine. I just want it.
Man, I love that song. Jimmy, do me a favor. Tell people the kind of the strategy for releasing this new CD. It's called Left of Center. And the reason I'm asking you to tell kind of the strategy, you release a single, then another single, because we're having several people that are saying, hey, I'm going on the site and I can't find the CD. So tell them what's going on.
If we're releasing songs to streaming sites. So if you go to jimmyuri.com, if you go to, you'll see the little links to iTunes, to Spotify, to Amazon, to all these streaming sites. If you say, for instance, you go to iTunes or Spotify and put in my name, put in How to Live Mine, put in Same Water, Different Boat, then you'll be able to hear these songs and you'll be able to buy these songs on iTunes and listen to them and check them out. So,
but when will we buy the whole CD?
You'll buy the whole CD probably in about 2 more months. I think we're going to feed this song and let it live for about 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and then we're going to probably release one more, and then we're going to release the whole record. Okay. So we're just it's growing. People are coming to the site. The audience out there is growing, and to the point to where there's enough people that want to buy it to where I can make enough money where I can leave the country and just stay gone. And nobody will ever see me.
You know, leave the country. Dude, it doesn't take that much money to leave Tennessee. Hey,
Tennessee.
Jan wants to know about your creative process, or what's your advice for writing music?
Well, I always tell people I simply we're all songwriters. We all have the ability to write songs, but it just depends on how your ability to tap into authentic emotions, and because I say you got to go deep. You've heard me say before that I could tell you in a song that I love my dad, or I could tell you that I love the man that taught me how to fish. Right. And you hear one and you feel the other. It's just about going deep and feeling as much as I can. And through the 30 years in this town writing most of my life, even as a kid, I realized the effect of feeling the level at which I felt, other people felt and gravitated towards it. And it made connections, it made friendships, it made change. People would listen to me. I could affect change. And it's just, you want to be creative and be as successful for yourself, your mom, the world as you can be. Feel as much as you can feel. Go deep, and if you're writing a song or creating something to make somebody laugh, it better make you laugh. If you're trying to make them cry, it better make you cry. If you're trying to make them think, it better make you think. The level at which you do, they will.
Okay, that's a great answer. Judson Perkins here, Tammy Lang Houlihan, George Talbot. You remember George? You met George Talbot, and hey, Jimmy, when you think about your writing career and you think about the things that you wrote 10 years ago, 5 years ago, a year ago, and what you're writing now, you've had number ones in a couple of different genres, and you had like Kenny Chesney's last 2 number ones. You had Rascal Flatts, I think, led their last number one. You've written so many, but when you look back, was there a period of time where just within yourself you kind of went, I understand this. I am definitely getting better. I mean, you didn't go tell everybody, but just deep within you kind of went, I'm kind of getting this now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For me, it came out of the rubble. I mean, so to speak. I mean, what I did is I kind of felt like I had a couple of the secrets figured out to where I was starting to have some success, and to consistently pull that off creatively time and time again, as you know, with your books, you start figuring some things out about the principle of feeling so other people can feel. But what I fell victim to was trying to chase success. So I started seeing people that were creating, maybe getting a lot of songs recorded by different artists, by different subject matter that didn't move me, but they were making a ton of money and getting a lot of accolades because of that. So I attempted for about a year and a half, 2 years, to kind of chase some stuff and write things and create things that weren't necessarily for me. I suffered because of that. My career suffered. My emotionally, I suffered. My joy of writing suffered until I got to a point where I'm like, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to do what I do, and it brought me back to songs like, I drive your truck. Everything's going to be all right. These songs that I'm going to love you through it. Songs that I feel and that so other people can feel. And when I do that, now I'm getting, that's been about 3 years ago. And in the last 3 years, it's bigger than ever, the songwriting. Thank goodness. But,
Wow. Hey, Kevin Perkins on here. Judson wants to know, what kind of guitar are you playing right now?
this is a D28. I believe it's a 96 D28, and you it's a 28 because it's got the two sides. Is how I remember it. 28, and it's a herringbone, which is the decorations around it. But this is a great guitar. It's a great guitar, a Martin D28. I don't know if it's a Martin, but I have this, and I also have a 1965 that I'm having the frets filed on it to make it play exactly the way I like it. But I've
Gotcha.
But this is my favorite guitar.
Now you're in the chapel right now. I don't know why today is just the atmosphere, I suppose, but I can't see you and you can't see me, and so we're just kind of talking and but I'm curious. I know you're in the chapel, and so this is a chapel. The chapel is built from cedar that was cut down on your land. I just think it's just absolutely awesome. So I'm having to imagine you, and I imagine that you are wearing jeans. You're probably wearing a shirt, a plaid shirt, kind of a, because you have like 50 of those. So
Wow.
probably reddish black. Am I close?
Yeah, kind of. It's not red at all. But yeah. I didn't realize I had so many plaid shirts. But
you got a lot. You got a lot of them, dude.
You're wearing something. You're wearing a white shirt.
No.
Maybe a light blue or a white shirt. Is that right?
No. I'm Johnny Cash in it today, wearing a black T-shirt. Lisa Eubanks Hollingsworth asked me, "What does my name tag say?" I'm actually wearing it's one of my favorite T-shirts that I can't ever wear. I've had it for several years, but I can't wear it on airlines anymore because it has, the little hello tags, the things that say, hello, my name is. And it's got that printed on it. It's the only thing. It's black and it's got that printed on it. But it says, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die."
Oh, the Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you can't wear it on airlines because there's people who don't know what the Princess Bride was. They're, "Oh my God, that guy's wearing a shirt that says prepare to die." And they'll kick you off the plane.
Man. Gosh, that's the funniest movie.
Dude, I love the movie. It's one of my top 3 favorite movies.
Well, that scene that you're talking about is one of the funniest scenes on the planet. And I wish that, I know you've seen it probably 20, 30 times. Do you remember that scene? Can you do any part of that scene? Because you're great at doing scenes from movies that you've seen a bunch.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about the scene where he is explaining, where Inigo Montoya is explaining to the Dread Pirate Roberts about what happened to his dad and what he's going to do?
That is correct, yes. Do you remember any of that?
Yeah. Here.
Come on.
All right, here.
Come on.
"I do not mean to pry, but you don't by any chance have 6 fingers on your right hand? No? Well, my father was slaughtered by a 6-fingered man. He was a great sword maker, my father. When the six-fingered man appeared and requested a special sword, my father took the job. This six-fingered man returned and demanded it, but at 1/10 its promised price. My father refused. Without a word, the six-fingered man slashed him through the heart. I love my father, so naturally I challenged this murderer to a duel. I fought. The six-fingered man left me alive, but he gave me these scars. I was 11 years old. When I was strong enough, I dedicated my life to the study of fencing. So the next time we fight, I will not fail. I will go up to the six-fingered man and say, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." There you go.
No way. There's no way you did that.
That is
my
that
goodness.
that is the greatest sword fight. Right after that part, to me, that's the greatest sword fight on film. And if you haven't seen The Princess Bride, you've got to see that movie. I mean, many of us have seen it 15 or 20 times, and we can quote many parts of that movie. And my wife and I go around. Polly and I, we'll see something. We'll go, "Inconceivable," which is from that movie.
Yes.
But
yes.
love that movie.
That was amazing. That was
Hey-
amazing. You are so talented.
Oh yeah. I don't know that. I don't know that. Well, I think this came out. Hang on. Where's that plug into, Matt?
Yeah, that's it right now.
Can you hear me now?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I think I'm back. This thing like fell out of the chair. Yeah, I don't know that being cursed to remember everything you heard as a child is a talent, but it's certainly very odd. Hey, Cindy Ziegler Oates is on. Zig Ziglar's daughter is on with us. She says hello.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow.
hey, Jimmy, what do you remember? Like, well, wait before we dwell into more songwriting, I do want to mention that you have a song right now that I don't want to like jinx it or anything, but this song is going to be number one. This song, because Tim McGraw recorded the song, so that's one plus. The other plus is the song is incredible, and so this song, you and I were together. I forget where we were, but you and I were together a couple of months ago when you came out. You said, "Hey, Tim just called me and wanted he's wanting to do this song, and so he asked me to do the chords so he could learn to play this." But the song is killing it. It's like raging up the charts right now. It's called "I Called Mama." Will you just give us a little background on that? And do you mind singing that?
Not at all. I have to say, just it never gets old. It's just I have a lot of respect for Tim. I've been trying to get a song recorded on him for years, and haven't been able to do that up until now. This is the highest Billboard debut that Tim McGraw has ever had in his almost 30-year career, and it got more radio ads on the first day than any song in Media-Base history. So this
Oh my gosh!
what it's doing is incredible. And I got to tell you, I use the only way I know how to feel so other people can feel is to be authentic and honest and use my own stories. I often say that, if I paint my life, you'll see yours. Mine may look different, but my emotions are the same. So this is just a song that talks about a buddy.
And you wrote this because this happened to you.
This happened to me. Exactly. I got a call from a friend about a friend that had died, and it was a gut punch. I was in a ride downtown Nashville, and I left that ride and I went to the lake and I parked my truck and I called my mom, and that death of a friend, it woke me up and it made me realize that what's important. And we have those moments in life where we just get, where we realize that life is fleeting and nothing is guaranteed. And what's important came to light. And Mom certainly was at the top of that list. So I called her and we talked for about 30 minutes and wrote a song called I Called Mama. And that's the song. Sorry.
That's all right, man. Tune her up.
Got a call from a friend about a friend with some news no one ever wants to hear. It hit me like a punch, took my breath. He was just getting into his best years. Yeah, something like that'll shake you up, really wake you up. So I stopped off at Texaco, bought Slim Jim and the Coke. Parked out by the water just to watch that river flow. Grabbed my guitar from the backseat, wrote a song just for me. I sung it for the blue skies, a couple live oak trees. Thought of home, grabbed my phone from my pocket. I called Mama. It rang a couple times and she picked up. I can always hear her smile when I call. Said I just called to tell you that I love you. I was missing you and Dad and home, that's all. Yeah, I got to really thinking this morning about what's important. So I stopped off at Texaco, bought Slim Jim and the Coke. Parked out by the water just to watch that river flow. Grab a guitar from the backseat, wrote a song just for me. I sung it for the blue sky. Couple live oak trees and thought of home. Grabbed my phone from my pocket. I called Mom. Yeah, from now on, I ain't gonna wait so long. Stop off at Texaco, buy Slim Jim and the Coke. Park out by the water just to watch that river flow. Grab my guitar from the backseat, write a song just for me. Sing it for the blue skies and a couple live oak trees. Think of home, grab my phone from my pocket. Instead of saying tomorrow I'm gone, I called Mom. I called Mom.
Wow. Oh my gosh. And you know, Tim said that when he was in the living room playing that for Faith over and over again, trying to learn it, he had a hard time because he couldn't quit crying. And
Yes. That's right.
yeah, Jason Krabs
You
said,
know-
Jason says he loves that song. And I mean, man, I do too. You should see the hearts going up the screen. Jimmy, people are,
it's cool to think that I was talking to the co-writer Lance Miller about it, and he writes for Tim McGraw, and he said he was talking to Tim, and Tim said he said, you tell Jimmy if he don't like the vocal, it's his fault, because I learned every lick from his work take. So it's neat. We did a little work take, guitar vocal, and I sent that to Lance, and he sent it on to Tim to learn it, and that's how he learned it, to sing it for Faith, to find out if he wanted to, in fact, wanted to record it, he just started falling more and more in love with it. So it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Killer song. Hey, you guys, we've got graduation happening everywhere, special graduation year this year. And a lot of times people give away books to graduates. And so we just wanted to make this easier for you this year if you'd like to be a part of it. So just remember that the Traveler's Gift, the Noticer, the Butterfly Effect, and the Kid Who Changed the World are all available for you on andyandrews.com. Each are priced at $11.99, which is way lower than you can get anywhere else. And the audio for the Traveler's Gift and for the Noticer are also $11.99. And I'll autograph them all. And so just keep that in mind as you get ready to give your graduation gifts away. Jimmy, there's a lot of songwriter questions coming through. And one of the things, I've got to tell you this. I haven't told you this, and don't cringe before I get through. Okay, but I talked to Gloria Gaither the other day and was just asking her just about her process and all like that. And I said, well, I don't know anything about it. I said, but a couple of things that Jimmy and I have done together. And so anyway, I told her about the song, I'm Not God. And she said, that's very curious. Will you send it to me? And I said, sure. And so I sent it to her because, you just like send it to her. I mean, this is ASCAP's Songwriter of the Century, right? And so, but I did, and she went nuts over it. She and Bill both loved that song, and that's on your album coming up. I want to ask about, do you remember the song, I Can't Take It With You When You're Gone? I was reminded of this song this morning, and the reason is because I took a picture of this because I knew I was going to forget. I was reading, and this was in 1 Timothy 6, and so 1 Timothy 6, 7. 1 Timothy 6, 7. And Paul was writing to Timothy, and he said, after all, we didn't bring any money with us when we came into the world, and we can't carry away a single penny when we die. And it reminded me of the song. Do you remember the song?
Well, I came prepared. I actually brought a lyric because of every song that I think we've written maybe 8 songs together. I have this is one that I actually brought lyrics just in case. This is one that you brought up. So I will look down at some of the lyric, but this is one of my favorite songs we've written.
Well, it's a favorite song, but it's also, to me, it's a favorite memory with you. Because we were at the hunting camp, and we were by ourselves, and I said, I was just thinking about my dad, and who died when I was 19, and I've still got some of his stuff in my office, and I said, Jimmy, I said, here's the first line of a song. And so let's figure something out from here. And what I said was, arrowheads, shotgun shells, and a Lynch's turkey call.
Yes.
I mean, if anything defines, just like my dad's stuff, is arrowheads, shotgun shells, and a Lynch's turkey call. And we started from there, and and the way you shaped it and moved it, I still think about that song. So if you can sing that for people, I think people would dig this. You just sang a mama song. This is a daddy song.
And it deserves to be said that you are, you are a great, I don't have to say this, don't have to. You are a great writer and obviously a great man of pictures and words but man, you are such a good writer. And Arrowhead shotgun shells and Lynch's turkey call. I knew that was the way we needed to start it. And there's a line in the second verse, and you'll hear it when we get to it. But it says, "We butted heads more than once." Like there's a line that says, "We stood our ground like an old gray goat and a young Kentucky mule." That is all you. But anyway, I love your writing. I love writing with you, man. And this is called "You Can't Take It With You When You Go." Arrowhead shotgun shells and a Lynch's turkey call. Sometimes can't help but wonder if Daddy misses them at all. What am I gonna do with all this stuff? I don't know. Goodness sake, you can't take it with you when you go. But one day I'll cross that river, take my first steps on that other shore. And I grab hold and hug my daddy. Don't have to carry around that heartache anymore. 'Cause you can't take it with you when you go. We butted heads more than once like sons and daughters do. We stood our ground like an old gray goat and a young Kentucky. Regret has never lived very far from my mind. But I've read about a place where you leave all that behind. And one day I'll cross that river, take my first steps on that other shore. And I grab hold and hug my daddy. Don't have to carry around that heartache anymore. 'Cause you can't take it with you. I grab hold and hug my daddy. Won't have to carry around the heartache anymore. Thank God. But you can't take it with you when you go.
I love hearing you do that.
Yeah, I love that song.
Man, I love hearing you do that. Hey, listen, I know we are winding down, but I want to do something that you want to do, and I also want to ask, what is to you right now with all the the things that are going on out and around. You've got little kids at home and a beautiful wife who sings better than you do. Um, what are the things that you're pointing your mind to right now?
Yeah, I'm in a real place of I think I think I'm in a more healthy place right now because of all the quarantine and the forced connections that we're all having to make. I really I more clearly understand the value of what is truly important to me. Whether I live another week or I live another 50 years, the kids, the wife, my life, my connection with God, my self worth, my my respect, self-respect, respect for what I have around me, my gratitude, all of these things are more prevalent right now, are more in front of me right now, and I know for me, and I think for a lot of people, that the future is going to be different because of this. For me, I really don't want to go back to the way things were exactly. I want to be more connected and rooted in my family, and so I'm taking steps in my career and in my writing and all the way around so that I can can maintain that more efficiently, and it brings me more joy. It brings my family more joy. So that's where I'm at. I'm really focused on my family and my gratitude for the moment, for where we are, what we have, and so my gratitude is high right now, and that's my focus.
That's awesome. We just got a comment from somebody. And I don't want to put either of you on the spot, but I don't know if you remember a Rod Riley from,
Yes,
okay, from your
dear friend.
youngsterhood.
Yes.
But Rod Riley says, Andy, he was writing like that since he was a teenager. Incredible talent.
Oh.
And I, when I saw that come up, I thought, I've been through a lot with you, just both of us. We talk a lot. We dig deep a lot. We spend a lot of time with just us. I've seen you grow tremendously, and I've seen your attitude about your music, your focus shift and move. But I can't say that I have seen you go from not being as good to being as great as you are now. So even though Rod Riley has known you since you were a teenager, and I've only known you, 10 or 15 years, I have to agree with Rod, man. You are an incredible talent. Is there a way when you sit down? One of the things that you guys, I'm talking to everybody now, I want to do with Jimmy one day. I get such a kick out of writing with him. For one thing, it's actually, I get to write and somebody's there and we get to talk. Because most of the time I'm writing, I'm by myself and I'm, it can get old. But writing with Jimmy has just been so much fun. And one day I really want to record writing with you and then kind of pare it down into a 30 or 40 minute like documentary or something, because I'm always fascinated by how we start a song. I mean to me it's just like we'll come up with an idea, some way we want to go, and then I guess I'm imitating Jimmy now, but Jimmy will have the guitar and he'll start going, going down to the river, something rhymes with river, and then we're going to deliver, and it's you. And it's you, some rhymes with you. I'm just dying laughing. And I always want to record you doing that and then record the end result and say, that came from this. It's just hilarious. So have you figured a way, because we both talk to tons of people who say, I just don't know where to start. Oh, we don't either. When I'm starting a book or I'm starting an article, I don't know where to start either. But I have figured out how to make myself start. Is that something that you have figured out? I mean, can you just sit down and say, okay, well, obviously you have, because you go downtown every day and write like it's a job.
Yeah. I treat a new song, kind of like I do my kids. I look at how I want them to be when they're 18, and then I try to parent accordingly. And I imagine them. I mean, how do I want my boy talking to me when he's 13, when he's 10, when he's 8, when he's 20? And then it seems like I'm able to better make decisions today. And the song's the same way. I look at the end first. Like if I give you "I Drive Your Truck," which is people might be familiar with that. I looked at the end. I looked at how is this going to wrap up? And then I was able to, once I saw how it was going to end and the emotional impact it was going to have that it had with me, then I was able to then work my way and move forward towards that emotional target that I deemed appropriate. It's the feeling I wanted to feel so other people could feel it. So that's kind of how I do it. I kind of look at the end, even with this song, You Can't Take It With You When You Go. I just kind of felt like I was thinking we both were towards the end of this, what it would be like to cross a river and see your dad, and the heartache that I feel personally that I was able to work off of. I have some heartbreak and some regrets about my father, and just imagining hugging his neck, and the thought that I don't have to take that emotion, that negative emotion with me, that heartache will be gone forever, because just like the arrowhead, the shotgun shells, the turkey call, that emotion, that negative heartbreak, it's gone as well. Don't have to take that. And I was like, oh my goodness, we both were like, oh my goodness, this is what an great emotional feeling that is. So to go back to the beginning and work our way towards that end, which I know is how you do your books as well.
It is. If I can have an ending, I can write toward it. And sometimes I'll have the ending, and sometimes I just have to start. I just have to start and then kind of see where it goes. But I know what I'm working toward. Hey, as we close, do you mind playing? I know you have to play this everywhere you go. And Jimmy's going to be back with us. You guys, some of you know, I'm having a neck procedure on the 27th of May, and so we're lining up some guest hosts, and Jimmy has agreed to guest host a couple of them, and so I know you guys will love hanging with Jimmy, and but I would love for you to do I Drive Your Truck, if you don't mind, and we'll just close the show with that. This is this song won Song of the Year on the CMA. It won Song of the Year on ACM, and it just remains. I'm always fascinated watching people when Jimmy sings this song. And, no offense to Lee Brice at all, but I think Jimmy does it better. Okay. And maybe it's because he wrote it. Maybe it's because, you have the relationship with Paul Monty. I was watching you the other day, and I saw Paul Monty's name come up and say, "Hi, Jimmy." And I was like, wow. And if you don't mind, as you get into this, just tell everybody who Paul Monty is. One more thing before we start that. We're on again tomorrow, same time, same station. And tomorrow our guest is going to be Dallas Jenkins. Now, if you aren't immediately familiar with that name, check out just a little bit of The Chosen. If you haven't seen this on, just check out a couple of scenes of it on YouTube. But trust me, The Chosen is an 8-episode series out there now. It's already had 30 million views. It's in every country in the world. It is one of the most fascinating things I have ever seen in my life. It is the story of Jesus and choosing the disciples. And have you seen it yet, Jimmy? Have you and Sonia?
I have. I have not, but I'm going to.
Man, you have got to. You will just be blown away. It's the best thing on Jesus and that I have ever seen in my life. And,
oh, wow.
And so anyway, Dallas Jenkins, who was the creator of the series, one of the couple of writers and the director of the series, is going to be with us tomorrow to talk about it. And we'll try to get permission to show you a couple of scenes tomorrow. So definitely join us tomorrow. But Jimmy, explain and Drive Your Truck and just where it came from, and then do it, and we will say goodbye. Thank you so much for being with us.
Man, thank you for having me so much. And I look forward to guest hosting. That's going to be so awesome. And we're all praying, and your surgery is great. And I wanted to remind everybody, go listen to How to Live Mine. Go check it out.
Yeah. And
respond to Andy's page, my page. Let me know what you think about the song. And tomorrow night, Jason Crabb here at the Erie Chapel. And then the following night.
And tomorrow night, is it 5 o'clock Central?
5 o'clock Central.
Okay.
Jason Crabb. And then Billy Droz, who I've had once, will be back in the chapel on Thursday night. And anyway, I want to remind y'all of that. Paul Monty did an interview on NPR radio, and they were interviewing him because he lost his son, Jared Monty, in Afghanistan on Jared's third attempt to save members of his battalion, one of which was Jared's dear friend. Jared was killed. And so he received the Medal of Honor. Paul received that on his behalf. And so he would go around the country on Memorial Day and make sure that the graves had flags on them. Paul Monty would, in honor of his son. And so they asked him in the interview how he coped with the loss of his son, such a wonderful hero to this country. And Paul said, I drive his truck. That's how I choose to remember him. And that's just, I get it. It feels like him, it smells like him, and I leave it the same way that it was when he left. And so Connie Harrington, initially a co-writer, wrote this with Connie Harrington and Jesse Alexander. Connie Harrington heard the interview, and then we all heard it subsequently. And when the song went number one, we invited Paul. Paul didn't even know we wrote it for him, but we all called him, got him a conference call. He bawled like a baby. We all did. We flew him into town and spent a couple of days with him. He was at the number one party. He spoke for about 20 minutes, wasn't a dry eye in the room. Amazing man. And Jared Monty was truly a wonderful young man. So I Drive Your Truck. It was an honor to be a part of this song. Well, thank you all for having me. 89 cents in the ashtray, half empty bottle of Gatorade. That dirty Braves cap on the dash, dog tags hanging from the rear view, old skull can and cowboy boots, and a gold army shirt folded in the back. This thing burns gas like crazy, but that's all right. People got their ways of coping, and I've got mine. I drive your truck, I roll every window down, and I burn up every back road in this town. Find a field, tear it up till all the paint's a cloud of dust. Yes, sometimes drive your truck. I leave that radio playing, same old country station where you left it. Yeah, man, I crank it up. You'd probably punch my arm right now if you saw this tear rolling down my face. Yeah, man, I'm trying to be tough. Mama asked me this morning if I'd been my grave. That flag and stone ain't where I feel you anyway. I drive your truck, I roll every window down, and I burn up every back road in this town. Find a field, tear it up till all the paint's a cloud of dust. Yes, I drive your truck. I yell, pray, say goodbye, shoot my fist and ask out loud. These days when I'm missing you this much, I drive your truck. I roll every window down, and I burn up every back road in this town. I find a field, tear it up till all the paint's a cloud of dust. Yes, sometimes I drive your truck. I drive your truck. Hope you don't mind, hope you don't mind to drive your truck. Thank you, Jared Monty, for what he did for this country. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy, so much, buddy, for taking the time today. You and I will talk again this afternoon, I'm sure. And just appreciate you. You know how much I love you and your family. And
I love. Thank you. Love you. Love you. Love you.
yeah.
Thank y'all.
And you guys, we will see you at 5 o'clock this afternoon. So we will put Jimmy and Jason on the Facebook page, so you can watch. We'll watch together.
And that's tomorrow night.
That's tomorrow night.
Right?
Okay, but
Yeah.
yeah, but I was telling everybody to go ahead and get on at 5 tonight. We're just going to treat it like a lot of us are going to camp out, and we're going to have tents and sleeping bags, and we're just going to wait 24 hours until you and Jason start. So
okay, good call.
So 5 o'clock tomorrow night, and then tomorrow day at 12:15, Dallas Jenkins, the director, creator of The Chosen, will be here, our guest, and so join us then. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you guys very much. Another Blue Plate special done happily with a lot of fun, a lot of love. Bye-bye.